Good day, sir. Good day, classmate. Before we start the reporting, I will introduce myself first. I am Restical P. Frogoso, BS Crim 2 Bravo, and my group mates Mr. LJ Castillo and BJ Chavez. Today we will discuss the Philippine policing system. The Philippine policing system. Police. The police are a constituent body of person empowered by state with the aim to enforce the law, to ensure the safety, health and possession of citizens, and to prevent crime and civil disorder. So, police, body of officer representing the civil authority of government. Police typically responsible for maintaining public order and safety, enforcing law, and preventing, detecting, and investigating criminal activities. So, this function known as policing. So, motto of police is to serve and protect. Core values is service, honor, and justice. So, who is the first police in the Philippines? So, the first police in the Philippines is the Philippine National Police, known as the PNP, and it's originated from the Philippine Constabulary or PC, which was inaugurated on August 8, 1901, establishing it as an insular police force under the American regime. So, proceed to goals of policing activities. Enforcing law. Police must not only decide on what laws to enforce, but they must also serve as an integral part of the criminal justice system, responsible for apprehending offenders and assisting on their prosecution. So, why is enforcing the law important? So, we have laws to protect our general safety and ensure our rights as a citizens against abuses by other people, by organization, and by the government itself. We have laws to help provide our general safety. Number 2 is preserving the peace. They have the legal authority to arrest individuals for disturbing the peace or for disorderly conduct. So, paano nga ba naprepreserve ng police ang peace? So, or how do police preserve peace? As the most visible representative of the state, the police play a key role in ensuring sustained peace and development by preventing, detecting, and investigating crime, and protecting a person's property, and maintaining public order and safety. So, that's how police preserve peace. Number 3 is preventing crime. First bullet is must be proactive. If the peace has been kept, in effect, been prevented. Eliminate elements of crime, instrumentally, opportunity, and desire. So, preventing crime, proactive policing system is getting out in front of events in hope of preventing crimes and working with the community to reduce crime. So, dito sa proactive, ang ibig sabihin nito or ang proactive na sinatawag natin ay yung wala pang problemang dumarating, meron ka na agad na isip na solusyon. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng proactive. So, number 4 is protecting rights and literature. The goals and methods of the police must promote individual rights and liberties in accordance with the Bill of Rights, Article 3, 1987 Philippine Constitution. Protecting rights and literature. So, when police prevent or detect a crime, they protect human rights such as the right to property, right to life, right to physical and psychological integrity, right to personal liberty, and right to security. And number 5 is providing other service. So, giving information, intervening in domestic disputes, controlling traffic and crowds, provides the community. So, let's proceed to evolution of the Philippine policing system. Dito is napaka-broad na, nandito na lahat, hindi ko na kailangan i-explain. So, Before the Spanish came, there has been already a policing system that was in place in the Philippines. That was when we're few people and governing them was quite too difficult, unlike nowadays that we have complex problem brought by globalization. Diverse population. In earlier times, most places, in some part of our country, the function of seeing to it that the rules and regulation of the community were enforced devolved on the headman or whoever heads to the tribe. He performed all the jobs of the officers of what we call now the chief of police, prosecutor, judge, and jail warden. The Spanish era. So, the institution of the police formally started. The establishment of police was not entirely intended for crime prevention or safekeeping. Rather, it was created as an extension of colonial military establishment. The police force was considered as part of military system by the Spanish government. The locally organized police force, although performing civil duties and seemingly created for the sole purpose of maintaining peace, were in fact directly commanded by the colonial military government. Police function during the Spanish regime consisted mainly in the suppression of brigandage by patrolling unsettled areas, enforcement of tax collection, including church revenues, looking into the work and movement of the people. So, the police force organized during the Spanish regime. Carabineros de Seguridad Pública, mounted police in 1712. Carabineros de Seguridad Pública was organized for the purpose of carrying out the policies and the Spanish government. It was given the special commission of custodian of the tobacco monopoly, and it was later known as the Cuerpo de Carabineros de Seguridad Pública by the virtue of royal decree on December 20, 1842. Its duties became police-like and more general, including the prosecution of lawbreakers, maintenance of peace order and security, and the vigilance on the execution of laws, ordinance of good government. It was subsequently given limited power to discharge specific duties as port, harbor, and river police. Guardarielos or Guardillo, January 8, 1836. A body of rural police organized in which town which composed of 55 of the able-bodied male inhabitants of each town or province. Enlisted to serve for 3 years. The duties of guardrilleros is to make patrol, carry meals at times, to guard dark and unsafe places, to guard tribunal and prison houses. And lastly is Guardia Civil, February 12, 1852. It is partially relieved the Spanish Peninsular troops of their works in policing towns. It consists of body of Filipino policemen organized originally in each of the provincial capitals of Central Province of Luzon under the alcalde or the governor. So, the Guardia Civil had the power to impose penalties for infringement of law and local ordinance. They could arrest people upon suspicion alone, and the Spanish colonial government did not bar the Guardia Civil from using techniques in interrogation process. So that's all.
So, the American period. 1901, General Howard Taft. The American established the United States Philippine Commission headed by General Howard Taft as first Governor General. On January 9, 1901, the Metropolitan Police Force of Manila was organized pursuant to Act Number 70 of the Taft Commission. This has become the basis for the celebration of the anniversary of the Manila's finest every January 9. Act Number 175, entitled an act providing for the organization and government of a insular constabulary enacted on July 18, 1901. So, what is Philippine Constabulary? Act number 175, ito ang batas na bumuo sa Insular Constabulary. Ang word na constabulary ay galing sa salitang constable, means is police. Captain Henry Allen, the first chief of the Philippine Constabulary in 1901. Ang ating kasaysayan ay magsabi ng 1901, diyan na kasi pumasok ang mga Amerikano sa ating bansa. Si Henry T. Allen ay tinaguri ang kauna-unahang hepe ng pambansang pulisya, kaya ang tawag sa kanya o tinagurian the father of Philippine Constabulary. Act number 193 created the Manila Police Department, enacted on July 31, 1901. Captain George Curry, the first Chief of Police of Manila Police Department in 1901. Act number 255, the act that renamed the Insular Constabulary into Philippine Constabulary, enacted on October 3, 1901. Ilang buwan lamang ang nakalipas sa pamamagitan ng batas na Act number 255, pinalitan ngayon ang pangalan na Insular Constabulary at ginawang Philippine Constabulary or PC and enacted on October 3, 1901. And next is Executive Order 389. Ordered that the Philippine Constabulary be one of the 4 services of Armed Forces of Philippines, enacted on December 23, 1940, post-American period.
Martial law period. PD 765, otherwise known as the Integration Act of 1975, enacted on August 8, 1975, established the Integrated National Police or INP composed of the Philippine Constabulary as the nucleus and the Integrated Local Police Forces as components under the Ministry of National Defense. Providing measures to improve the administrative and operational framework for maintaining peace and order at the provincial, city, and municipal levels. Executive Order number 1012, transferred to the city and municipal government the operational supervision and direction over all INP units assigned within their locality, issued on March 22, 1985. Next, transferring the National Police Commission to the Office of the President. So this is the Executive Order number 1040, transferred the administrative control and supervision of the INP from the Ministry of National Defense to the National Police Commission, issued on July 10, 1985. So, an act establishing the Philippine National Police under organized department of the Interior and Local Government and for other purposes. So first, the RA 6975, otherwise known as the Department of the Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, enacted on December 30, 1990, reorganized the DILG and established the Philippine National Police. And next is the RA 8551, otherwise known as the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998, enacted on February 25, 1998. This law amended certain provision of RA 6975. So, the important Filipino personalities of the Philippine policing system. So, we have Brig General Rafael Crame. He is the first Filipino chief of the Philippines Constabulary in 1970. So we have Colonel Antonio Torres, the first Filipino Chief of Police of the Manila Police Department on March 2, 1936. Next, Colonel Lamberto Javalera, the first Chief of Police of the Manila Police Department after the Philippine independence from the United States of America on July 4, 1976. Next, P.R. Cesar Nazareno, the first Chief of the Philippine National Police or PNP. So, policing system. So, here in policing system, Policing is one of the most important functions undertaken by every sovereign government. For the state machinery, police is an inevitable organ which would ensure maintenance of law and order and also the first link of the criminal justice system. So, inherent powers of the government. So, we have the power of eminent domain, police power, and power of taxation. So, in power of eminent domain, so this is eminent domain is the right or power of sovereign states to appropriate private property to particular uses to promote public welfare. So, sa police power is the power of the government to regulate behaviors and enforce order within its territory, often framed in terms of public welfare, security, health, and safety. So, sa power of taxation, the power to impose and collect taxes and charges on individuals, goods, services, and other to support the operation of the government. So, policy model. So, the first model is the crime control model, which is based on the presumption that the repression of criminal behavior is the most important aspect of police duty and therefore should be given priority. This approach has been rationalized in the past by the assumption that inconvenience or harassment of innocent people can be justified by the fact that police are fighting crime. So, theories in policing. We have continental theory, which is this theory of police service, which maintains that police officers are servants of higher authorities. This theory prevails in the continental countries like France, Italy, and Spain. So next is home rule theory, the theory of police service, which states that police officers are servants of the community or the people. This theory prevails in England and United States. It is also police service which prevails in country with decentralized form of government. This is likewise the police service theory that should prevail in the Philippines based on the existing laws, concepts, and principles. Thank you.